The concentration of media is a real problem in this country in particular. In fact, the current media conglomerates can be accurately described as an oligopoly. This description applies in the United States as there are only 4 or 5 actual entities that are controlling all of mass media, for the most part anyway. There are some very scary things that can come about in these situations, so let's talk about them. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, hiss and foes, welcome to the Culture Casino!
Around the world, many countries share similar values while not exactly mirroring the United States when it comes to the governance of the behavior of corporations. Yet when it comes to safeguards, most governments try to limit overall corporate control and influence over any given market, especially the media. They protect competition by limiting the ability of the corporations to simply acquire their competitors. In fact, they establish antitrust laws to keep the market free and to keep the free market open, to be honest with you. There are some people that don't understand how dangerous the consolidation of the market into a few entities is. A significant effect of it is the removal of innovation, not to mention the loss of choice. Objectively, the worst thing to come out of the media mergers has been the loss of media integrity. You can no longer rely on media for accurate information. Multiple surveys are generated every year documenting the public's loss of faith in news from any of these mega entities. The most significant of these is a recent poll and analysis done by Gallup. Presented here is the main headline, used by the very same media entities that actually used this to report on. Ironic. Americans remain distrustful of mass media. Yes, this article goes on to detail that it has been asking this question since 1972. That's an awful long time. And as you can see here as I present these numbers, it started out around 70% and declined into the 1990s. It stayed over 50% until about 2004, and after 2005, it hasn't been above 47%. The question asked is a simple one. In general, how much trust and confidence do you have in the mass media? The numbers are shocking and can be seen plainly in this graph here. In 2020, it hit a record with respondents answering none at all at 33%. None at all. What's even more clear by the next graph is that only one group had a rising trust over the last 4 years. I wonder why. Well, not really, but since I do not do politics on my channel, at least not directly, you can find all of this on Gallup's website yourself. So we'll skip on. When you lose media integrity, many things happen, but probably the worst among them is institutional corruption. With that compromised, you only serve your bias and only service your bias. The effect of this loss of confidence has created a whole host of opportunities and, of course, alternatives. On many platforms, people have been turning to citizen journalists or editorialists and commentators to get what they consider more reliable information. There have been many times that these content creators have been deplatformed for what essentially appears to be political reasoning. To me, this highlights another problem, and another emerging problem at that, in the convergence of media and big tech. When information is censored, it is replaced with something else. There is no longer a theater of ideas. There is simply monoculture. The plurality, let me try that word again, the plurality that allowed nearly everything in this country within legal limits is simply removed summarily. Choice and thought is, of course, compromised because they no longer exist. Currently, we are facing a crisis in this country that many refuse to acknowledge. Either that or they are perfectly happy to see the rise of a monoculture. I'm not here to say which is true or more likely, just to point it out. I will say that we need to start holding our leaders and these companies to some higher standards. A phone call to investor relations of a company that you hold stock in, maybe that's an option. Maybe that phone call will do some good. Dealing with a whole host of frustrated or angry stockholders could send a message, and I think it probably does. The same holds true for government offices. The last thing a government representative wants is a constant deluge of their vast constituency calling for enforcement of antitrust laws. They hate it. There are also certain government departments that may rise to action by a large number of consistently themed calls to investigate specific practices. Let me just round this out quickly and say this. Too few people controlling too many things is very bad for everyone. Right now, this is very much the case when it comes to media and big tech. In fact, Gallup's own line from their bottom line in this article is very apropos, and it reads, although Americans increasingly see bias in the news coverage, they nonetheless believe that independent media is key. Ah, the wisdom of crowds. And apparently Gallup. Anyway, that's it for the video today. Tried to make it relatively short, but hopefully impactful. And maybe you got something out of it. If not, hey, rewind, watch it again. Nobody's stopping you. I'm just kidding. Again, thank you for your participation today. I truly appreciate it. Be sure to check out other independent creators, such as my friend Storyman Jack. He could certainly use your support, your subscription. He is pushing hard to jump up to the next level on YouTube, and I think he deserves it. He has some great stories over there. Excellent for taking with you to ride around in the car when you are paying attention to other things, but get to listen to a great story or two or three. Also, many other independent creators need your support because they're not getting recommended in the algorithm, and we just don't have a big media supporting us, so all of your support actually helps very, very much, and we appreciate it. Be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene, and until next time, bye. Hey there, one last quick note before I let you go, and before we make it to the end of this video. I, CultureCasino, have a brand new Teespring store. That's right, you can now go to Teespring, look up CultureCasino, or use the link in the video below, and pick out some handsome and beautiful CultureCasino merchandise with many different designs and styles and colors, many different items. I was actually surprised at all of the things that you could create, and I have some more designs and items on the way here shortly. But, you know, if you want to support the channel in that way, there is some merch. Otherwise, here comes the ending. Thanks for visiting today. Be sure you're subscribed and hit that for alerts.
Yay!
Of course, like and share all of the videos that you can as it helps with the algorithm. Have a great day.